Hello everybody, my name is Jonathan Spencer. Today we're going to be talking about two pedophiles. Number one, James Hullman, and I actually don't have a crazy amount of evidence against him, so I don't think we can get him arrested, unfortunately. However, he did ask a 16-year-old out at my work before I stopped working there. This person's also a classmate of mine. He's 16. I'm not going to say his name out of respect. With that being said, James Holman's just an alleged pedophile. He only wants to fuck kids. He hasn't fucked kids yet. Callie Miller, on the other hand, has a lot to unpack. Callie Miller, which is a person that Slyboy has been reporting on recently, and she has two victims. One was 7 at the time, and the other was 14 at the time of the assault. She's a pedophile, really needs arrested. I'm going to leave information for the detectives agency and the police department at the end of this video, so it can be reported. Without further ado, let's get into the video. I just wanted to give a quick disclaimer.
Hello everybody, my name is Jonathan Spencer, aka Buffering Beef. I've thrown up once today, but I find this very important to make because I've been seeing it a lot recently. Me and my buddies have been talking about it a lot recently, so let's just get straight into the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that stuff if you enjoyed the video. Just let me get into it. Recently, a YouTuber that me and my buddies watch, Slyboy, he's been making videos on a pedophile in our community. In my community, like the town I live in. I can think of a number of reasons why this is bad, but mostly the fact that pedos are bad. Now, me, myself, I've seen a lot of this around Shelbyville. It's not uncommon in Shelbyville for there to just be P3DOs all over the place, man. For instance, this guy right here, and I'm only outing him because I don't work at Wendy's anymore, but his name's James Hullman. He asked a 16-year-old classmate and, co-worker of mine out on a date. James Hullman over here, he's 30-something years old. Yeah. And Mr. Fuck-ass Hullman right here, not only was my buddy a victim of him, much more tied in than I was, mind you, but this guy also had the audacity to say, "Good boy," as I'm bending over to clear an order. 30-something-year-old man talking to a 17-year-old, by the way. Now, this annoyed me for a number of reasons. Number one, I told pretty much every manager about it except for my GM, and I got in trouble for it. He didn't get in trouble for talking to a 16-year-old, being like, "Oh, I want to date you." He was having him call him dad, daddy, stuff like that, or at least he was trying to. And he was calling him my love. Not only that, but he told him that whenever he turns 18, that they're going on a date. What the fuck? If that's not a person attracted to minors, I don't know what is. And I'm going to be told that I'm going to get fired for it.
If this isn't cleaned up when I get back, you're fired!
I mean, I don't really care. One day I didn't show up to work. I'm not working there anymore. Fuck. But, I mean, is that really an environment somebody wants to work in anyway? This town's just fucked up. Got me fucked up over here. Trying to out pedophiles, trying to get pedophiles arrested, and they just eventually let them quit. I feel like managers are probably mandated reporters. You're probably supposed to report something like that. Fuck whatever my old boss has said. It does not matter. This guy did something bad, and he's gonna feel the wrath of it, man. So fuck this guy. Fuck Jamie. Fuck James Holman. He's a little bitch boy, bitch-made fucking boy. Now back to the topic at hand. Katie Cruz, aka Callie Miller, in Shelbyville, Indiana, was kissing up on fucking 7-year-olds. I used to work at the Boys and Girls Club here, and I can tell you right now that 7-year-olds are not fucking mentally mature enough for that shit. They're still learning how to fucking add. They're still learning their fucking ABCs. Who do you think you are? I also take human and social services. And guess what? You'd be really surprised to know this, but trauma, like, a fucking 20, 30-year-old woman trying to kiss up on her when she's 7 years old, that causes trauma. And you know what trauma does? It permanently affects the brain. When any sort of trauma happens, the lining around your brain fucking shrinks, dude. Now, it's no secret that the police department here fucking sucks. Like, the police department's not gonna do shit about this. Slyboy's been making videos about this for 3 months. and they're not gonna do shit about it. They know that she was making out with the fucking 7-year-old. She has a blog post about it, and not to mention, it's been shared all around town. It's unconceivable. It's unrealistic how fucked up this is. Callie Miller, not only did she make out with the 7-year-old, but she has a 14-year-old victim. This 14-year-old victim's in their 20s now. But I want to say about 8 years ago, that's what the video said. I'll play the clip 1 second.
You said you wanted to interview me. I was very hesitant, but I thought it was probably the right thing to do, even though I didn't have the worst story to tell. And I thought that it could help kids potentially. I don't know if anything's happened or if anything will, but if I can help anyone, I will.
On behalf of all minors in Shelbyville, I really appreciate your effort in your interview. This means a lot to all of us. I know it.
I met Katie when I was 14. Katie was about 20.
Now, obviously, it's already a problem, but 14-year-olds can't be expected to make the adult decision. You know, the 20-year-old in this situation should be making the adult decision and deciding they don't want to date a 14-year-old.
And Katie put their arm around me, and I could tell that they were getting into me, and I liked them too, but I wanted to warn them, I'm 14.
Which, by the way, Katie Cruz, or Callie Miller, your real name, that's illegal. It's pedophilia, child endangerment, extortion of a minor. It's a lot of different things, actually.
Yeah.
There were older boys who noticed me then. I was 14, but I developed early. And so, you know, older boys would approach me and I'd warn them that I was 14, and usually they would back away from me like I was radioactive.
Now that right there, that is the correct response. Whenever somebody tells you they're 14, like even at my age of 17, whenever somebody tells you they're 14, that's when you back away. You get the fuck away.
But not Katie.
But not Katie, because it's a pattern. And Callie Miller deserves to be in jail. She was getting romantic with a 14-year-old. This is not okay. I don't know who thinks this is okay, why there's so many maps in Shelbyville. You know how many map flags I've seen around Shelbyville? Dude, my buddy Paul, right across the street from his house, map flag in the window. And a block away, map flag in the window. There's so many pedophiles in Shelbyville, and not only are there pedophiles, like actual people preying on little fucking kids, but there's so many like drug addicts. There's so many problems with our government too. Our fucking mayor doesn't do shit. Now, before people get mad about me saying that, Scott Ferguson does not do a lot. I promise you. He's all about the betterment of the economic state of Shelbyville and improving infrastructure. Tell me why, if you want to improve infrastructure so bad, we just put a roundabout in by the school instead of fixing the roads in neighborhoods that really need it. I walk through some of these neighborhoods, and the sidewalks, the streets are in shambles, yet next to the high school, we do road work damn near every year. If you really wanted something better for Shelbyville, you would improve all of Shelbyville, not just parts of it where there's like main commute. Because truly, Scott Ferguson, if you really wanted better for your citizens, you would get the fucking police department to do more about pedophiles. Because right now, the police department's more focused on kids in high school smoking than they are focused on like real problems, like pedophiles. People preying on kids, causing long-term trauma. Do you want people to grow up and leave your town or the small city we live in? Is that what you want? Do you want everybody to grow up and leave? Because that's where I'm at. Anyway, it's awful. I don't understand how people can do this. It's absolutely ridiculous. And everybody's so oblivious to it. Like, this stuff happens, people forget about it immediately, especially in Shelbyville. But what about Jeffrey Epstein? I've been following that case since I was a little ass fucking jit in elementary school. And you're telling me we still don't have files for Jeffrey Epstein? We still don't have fucking Katie Cruz, Callie Miller arrested in Shelbyville for being a fucking pedophile? We don't have people who are like actively saying they're attracted to minors, putting flags up in their windows. We don't have search warrants for their house to like find all the fucking CP on their phone and shit. Like, I feel like that's probable cause. If somebody's saying they're attracted to a minor and they're saying they want to fuck minors, then that's probably probable cause to be able to like check their phone and shit. I feel like the police department could do more. And a lot of people in Shelbyville like to be like this lady Callie Miller, because I'll tell you what, I have a little sister. I have a lot of little siblings. In fact, I have 8 little siblings. And by the way, I'm looking at you guys. I know there's people in my grade and there's people in the grade above me that are hitting on my little sister who's a freshman. She's 15. And you're sitting here like, when you turn 16? When you turn 16? Shut the fuck up. Hey, fuck all you who do that too. Now, Slyboy also mentions that it's not YouTube taking down his videos. He's gotten a lot of these videos taken down, and it's not just him getting his videos taken down. There's plenty of people who talk about pedophiles openly and get their videos taken down. He shows that there's a whole Discord server.
He has several times gotten my attempts to expose them taken down through online mass flagging campaigns and other dirty tactics. That's the reason I'm addressing Callie's friends and neighbors, the people of Shelbyville, Indiana, head on.
Dedicated to just false reporting these videos. And I don't know how YouTube's copyright system isn't better by now, because this has been an issue since like 2018. And pedophiles have been an issue for as long as the world's existed. Shoot, ever since a frog fucked a tadpole, man, I don't know. Now, if you really want to help the cause, here's the police department's phone numbers. Here's the non-emergency line. And, hold on. Here's the crime tip hotline on the website, and here's the website. Is if you really want to help, call in, send an anonymous crime tip, send a personal crime tip, anything, man, anything you can do to help this cause. Our detective's name is Bill Dwinger. He doesn't like to do shit about cases, so please get his name out there. And to prove that Bill Dwinger doesn't do shit about his cases is our local radio station, Giant FM. They run stories on this dude 24/7. I mean, like, he cites sexism as an actual reason for a police officer getting demoted. Which, saying sexism is the reason she was getting demoted is kind of crazy when he was the one trying to demote her. She missed 2 off-duty calls. So what? Dwinger, he's basically like, well, I made my decision based on what somebody else told me. Which, way to take accountability there, bud. Yeah, like, well, he told me this, so we're gonna demote her. You're pretty shit at your job if you're making your decision based on what somebody else said and not asking the police officer herself, or she wasn't a police officer, she was a detective. You don't talk to your own detectives about shit. She didn't know she was being investigated. Look at this shit. She did not know she was being investigated. And on top of that, you made the decision. And you want to say it was sexist. Who the fuck do you think you are, Dwinger? Full-grown adult acting like this, man. Now, if this doesn't show how corrupt and ridiculous our government is, I don't know what does. He didn't talk to his own detective. She didn't know she was being investigated. She didn't know she did anything wrong. And all of a sudden, she's being told she's being demoted from a detective to a patrol officer. Don't you think there's a little bit of an issue there? Don't you think there's probably somebody higher up there pulling some strings if she's getting demoted over something as simple as missing 2 calls? I just find it crazy how it's like, oh, she needs to be demoted right now. She needs to be demoted. How fucking dare she? And then all of a sudden you're all buddy-buddy with her. You're like, oh, well, I made the decision based off of what somebody else said. It's not even her fault. Like, pick a fucking side, bud. Like, grow yourself a pair, man. I don't know what else to say. And while you're at it, why don't we do something about fucking Callie Miller? Why don't we get a warrant for her ass? Why don't we investigate her ass? There's so many pedophiles, and there's a whole community of pedophiles living right under your fucking nose, and you're just happily oblivious to it. You go up to these pedophiles' ass, and you're sniffing it like this. and you're loving every second of it. You're huffing that shit like galaxy gas. Please, do something. Now, this is my angry rant video. I'm gonna go in a little bit more detail. I'm gonna try to make another video that maybe doesn't use as harsh of words, so maybe hopefully it'll get pushed out a little bit more. I'm sick today, but we'll see. Maybe I'll go out and try to do something. And remember, if you're fucking up on little kids, you're a fucking weirdo. That's all there is to it.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, consider liking, consider subscribing, and do all the good things, man. Share the video as well, because I do think this is a topic that everybody in Shelbyville needs to know about. I don't think there's a single person in Shelbyville who should think that being attracted to minors is okay. I don't think there's a single person in Shelbyville who shouldn't know that this thing's going on in their community. And we cannot forget, don't forget to check out Sly Boy's original videos. Because if you don't watch his original videos, then you're just getting your information from me. Check out Sly Boy's original videos. That way you know all the information the way that I know it. And then you can also interpret it in your own way. And that's really important in forming your own opinion and knowing what you're talking about in general. That's the educated way to do it. Go through all your sources. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot other than his YouTube videos, and his video that's up on a website, let me pop that up right here, is just like a quick overview. It's like 4 minutes long. I promise you, if you just take the time to watch that video and that video alone, you will have a good overview of the situation. As far as James Hullman goes, that's only something the Wendy's staff knew about. It's only something that really I and everybody that worked at the Wendy's knew about until now. And I hope that coming to light prevents James from ever, I hope it prevents Jamie from ever going after any children ever again, because that was the last thing I wanted. While I was working there, my entire idea was to get Jamie arrested, and then we would never have to deal with him again. However, that's not what happened. Instead, they just let him quit. He had mental health break, whatever, and he's out there. He could be touching kids as we speak. And don't forget, have zero tolerance for pedophiles, because it's not okay for this stuff to be happening. And if you ever find yourself in a situation where you're thinking of dating somebody that's more than 4 years younger than you and they're a minor, and you haven't been dating for at least 6 months, because that's the Romeo and Juliet law, then you should reconsider. You really should. You should think about the people you care about and how you don't want to go to jail and make their lives more miserable. If you're ever having any Jamie thoughts or any Callie Miller thoughts, please get some help, because that's not a normal thing that normal people think about. That being said, share this Shelbyville. Thank you. Thanks for listening. I appreciate you watching till the end. Goodbye. My name's Jonathan Spencer, aka Buffering Beef, and you have a good night.